Hey, what's going on, y'all? We back with another one of And I Stand On It podcast, man. Again, once again, we got our regulars here on the show, man. What's up with that boy Real Holla, man? How your day going? And happy belated birthday. You know he was going crazy over the weekend, man. I thought I might have seen him, but that might not have been him, man. I thought it was on seen him on Details at 11, nigga. On the news, running up the streets crazy, nigga. But yeah, happy birthday, boy.
Thank you, thank you. Nah, it's first 48. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I've been
That's what's up,
partying
man.
for years, so I just chilled out. Something light. It was a light weekend. You know, I ain't really want to do shit, to be honest with you, but yeah, I feel good. I feel good.
So
Blessings,
first
man.
48.
Blessings, man. Blessings, man.
Hey,
You know, that boy 80 West, man, back in the building, man. What's good with you?
Oh man, you already know, man. You already know what it is with me, man. Another one like the other one, man.
Man,
Still doing it.
I see you got the music popping, man. You're uploading something down there. Seem like every day. I see you got the podcast. Y'all tune in tomorrow, man. Y'all check him out. You know what I'm saying? Tap in on that. He got it on Instagram, so make sure y'all follow. What's up with 80 West and see what's going on.
Yes, indeed, man. YouTube, man. What's up with Eddie West podcast tomorrow, 10 p.m. man, Central Standard Time. Tap in, man. It's gonna be good, man. We got some good episodes going, man. We gonna keep it live, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, don't forget about Real, man. Y'all catch him on the Instagram. He over there talking his shit, man. Y'all know what he over there doing. And they tuning in and watching because I see the numbers on there. You know what I mean? So y'all tune in. What you doing that daily?
what'd you say?
You doing that daily?
Yeah. Just trying to post stuff daily, trying to post topics daily. Instagram. So Instagram did a cleanup. They did a cleanup and got rid of all the fake bots and all that. I don't pay for followers ever, but there's still people understand. Like you'll still get followers that's fake, and then
Hmm.
when you get the fake followers and Instagram does a cleanup, it automatically like brings your numbers down. So yeah, it brought my numbers down, but now I'm back up to 10K again.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
that's what's up.
They said they taking the bots, boy.
No, they
Taking the
do because
money.
too many people try to use them bots, man. They trying to cheat their way to the top, man. It don't work like that, man. You feel me?
Yeah,
Bro,
and then there's so
I be
many
seeing
fake
pages ain't
pages
got
trying
no
to.
motion on it, no
Yeah,
activity, no posts, no nothing. And I
But
be
they
like,
got,
man, how y'all
we
got
always.
the tens and twenties and thirties and stuff like that, man?
yeah,
I'm really getting annoyed with the paid badges.
Huh?
yeah.
The paid badges, people
Yeah.
paying for their they
To be certified, they certified
yeah,
badge.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all, man, we can go jump into it, man. I was seeing a couple things on the YouTube last week, bro. I know we had to reschedule, but it was some topics coming up, and it was talking about the black economics, man, within the culture, the community, and a stat had came up, and it was saying that the black dollar is the fastest out of all communities to leave it. I know each one of y'all had your own businesses. I know Real, you was doing a lot out in New York, on the promotion side, man, from the club to the lounges to the bars, all that, man. Even the radio. And 80, I know you was doing the clothing. I know you was doing the club scene. I even know you was doing the shows and stuff out in Northern California too. But just touching base with each and one of y'all, I kind of just want to get y'all opinion, man. Like, maybe I'll start with you, Rail, and because you can speak on New York. What did you find it difficult, man? For those out there that to spend their money with you, man, was it harder to even work within your own community, man, to have them pull up on you and come to the events, or do you feel like you had to over promote to your own people, or was it easy, or what was your experience doing what you was doing out there?
It definitely was. So it definitely was an uphill battle because, um, New York itself is saturated, right? There's stuff
Mm-hmm.
going on everywhere. There's parties going on everywhere. There's events going on everywhere. There's somebody selling something everywhere, things like that. I did. It was crazy though because I have just as well as like I have a large black community. I have a very mixed community of friends, right? And I definitely felt like in certain cases where my Latin friends definitely I got more support from my Latin community than my black community. You know what I'm saying? I definitely felt like women supported me more too. So that was another thing. Women supported
Definitely.
me more and then my Latin community supported me more. So it's definitely I just feel like a lot of times we will spend our money on like I'll give y'all a perfect story. So I had this was during because I did my clothing line during COVID. Um and I had a bunch of girls bought, bunch of girls, couple dudes, right? And it was crazy because a dude that I grew up with, that I was cool with, I was meeting up with a group of people, right? Because this is still when everything was kind of like closed, like so we was just doing our own thing, like we all met at a park, whatever. But before we met at a park, a bunch of the girls that was meeting up all bought my product, all bought my product. So I'm going over there, and the a dude that I grew up with, he was like, "Oh, he wanted to come." So I get over there, I start handing out the shirts to everybody who bought a shirt, to all the girls who bought a shirt. And next thing I know, he's like, "Oh, where's mine?" And I'm like, "What you mean, where's yours?" And he was like, "I said they all paid for this." Excuse me. And he was like, "Oh, I don't get one." I said, "What you mean you don't get one?" Like, bro, they paid for this. But the funny thing about him is like this dude wears Nike, like he pays for Nike all the time. Like he's always buying Nike. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nigga, you couldn't buy one hoodie from me or one t-shirt or you know what I'm saying? Like, and my prices wasn't even crazy. My hoodies was $40.
That's
And
a deal. That's a deal.
and my t-shirts was 20. I
That's a
wasn't
deal.
I wasn't charging no crazy ass numbers for my product. You know what I'm saying? You spending Nike Tech is $200, 300 because it's 100 for the pants, 200 for the jacket for Nike Tech. So it's like, yeah. So I definitely see experience. I have experienced it, and I seen that it's just crazy. Yeah, like it's just crazy. Like I have mad friends, mad people and you would think that like with the amount of people I know that it would have been like a no brainer. Everybody's buying, everybody's copying. It was mostly women and the Latin women.
Mm-hmm. I know. I remember 80 when you was out there in Sacramento back in the day, and I remember you always had merch. Boy, you had it in the trunk. You had everywhere, man. And you had all the colors. You had so much, a nigga couldn't give you an excuse why he couldn't buy one from you. Oh man, you got my
That was
size.
that was
You had the
that was
size, you
that,
had the
that
color, you
was
had it
that was the
all.
selling point. That was my whole selling point. I got whatever you need. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, man. It's crazy when it comes to what I'm saying. So there's two sides to this. The topic of what I'm saying, the black dollar going out so fast. I think the biggest reason why we spend a lot of our money, and I mean we when I'm talking about our people, is because a lot of brothers is looking for validation, and the quickest way to get validation is materialistic items. You see what I'm saying? Because it's an easy validation. It's a quick validation. It doesn't tap into your character. It doesn't tap into your integrity. If you pull up in a Benz and you got a nice, what I'm saying, a name brand joint on, people more than likely gonna sway that way. You see what I'm saying? And that's the validation that we seek when we're spending our money. Now, a lot of what goes back when it's personal business and entrepreneurship. What I've experienced is, you know, I went from selling shit out the trunk of my cars to opening up 2 different establishments. You know what I'm saying? And when I did grand opens for my establishments, man, it was a lot of people that came to support, but it wasn't a lot of just our people. You see what I'm saying? And I think that has a lot to do with the relationships that we build with people as well too. Because I did get a lot of support from a lot of the homies and a lot of people that was around, but I think it's a lot had to do. I think a lot of the support, I would say 90% of the support that I got was because of good relationships that I had with other people. And I think a lot of times good business is good business. And I think sometimes where people lose is people think because you are Black or because you are the same ethnicity that we're automatically supposed to spend with you just based on that purpose alone. And when we conduct in business, you got to think about the qualities that come into business. We're talking about service. We're talking about quality. We're talking about the energy, the aura, where we're at. You know what I'm saying? How were we treated when we came to this establishment? So a lot factors into where we spend our money at. I don't care what color you are. If I feel disrespected or if I feel the service wasn't good, I'm not gonna shop. I'm not gonna spend with you. I'm not gonna spend with you. And I've experienced a lot of times when you do business with a lot of our people, the business don't be solid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I mean, a lot of times business just don't be solid. I mean, come on, Benz. We done all been in the same business. We done seen how shit get. Sometimes a lot of the times when it comes to us in business, it's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be the leader, the owner, the person that's running the show. When it corresponds to business in our community, a lot of things get overlooked because we don't have the right people in place. I think a lot of times that's what fucks our businesses up. When you look at it, this is how I look at it, and this is how I've always done it, just me personally. When you running a business, you got to think about the main objective. The main objective is to make money.
Yeah.
So anything that you're not doing customer service wise or quality wise, I mean, them is the 2 biggest things is customer service and quality, and then price. Because if the customer service is right and the quality is right, people are damn near pay for whatever if it's what they want. You understand what I'm saying? But you can't expect somebody to come spend their money with you, their hard-earned money with you, if they don't get the same treatment that they get from somewhere else. You understand what I'm saying? So I see it a lot. I mean, me personally, I try to give everybody a chance. I mean, because you're gonna have to prove me wrong. I'm not gonna just look at you and say it's not gonna work. But if something ain't right, I'm not gonna continue to do business with you. And I think that's where we have to start pulling ourselves in, start tightening up the shit that we doing. I'll give you an example. I went to Turkey Leg Hut when I very first came to Texas before I even moved out here, hella years ago. I came to Turkey Leg Hut, nigga. When I got here, I met up with hella my family and shit. So it was about 20 of us when we got there. Nigga, the line was all the way around the corner, like all the way around. They was talking about a 2.5 hour wait and all this other bullshit, the whole nine. So I tapped in with security or whatever and just told him, look, man, I got the whole 20 pipe with me, whoop, 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 you know what I'm saying? And he slid us up in that thing. And we got up in there. And as soon as we got up in there, the first thing that I noticed was how aggressive the waitresses was when they seen that we had a group of 20. So a young lady came down and she was like, I'll be seeing you guys or whatever the whole night. And another young lady came right behind her. She was like, girl, what is you doing? You know, this is my area. Or she had seniority over whatever it was. She was like, and then the other young lady was like, okay, well, I'll just help you. And then she was like, no, I got this. Because what it was, she knew that a table of 20 was going to be spending some money. And on top of that, you know, they hit you with the 18% gratuity on top of this shit out here. You feel what I'm saying? So they double whammy you out here. You feel me? I think when we left that joint, man, we was close to like 1,600 with all that gratuity and by the time they did it. But the attitude was terrible. The service, it wasn't worth. If I would have been mad as fuck about I waited that 2.5 hours to eat that food. The food was cool. Don't get me wrong. The food was cool. But the aura, I could tell it was the whole money move out from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just tell it was too aggressive. It wasn't the atmosphere that lit. And I didn't live here at the time. I was still living in Cali. So that was my first impression. As soon as I hopped off the plane, the next day I went straight to turkey leg hunt. You feel me? That was my first real taste of Houston, right off the rip. You feel me? And and then to see what took place afterwards, I see why. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I see why. There was a lot of shit going on. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't what it was. And you know what I'm saying? And bro was cool on the fly, but there was, you know, some other shit. It was some, you know what I mean? So it just goes back to show you.
Service on there. You got the service, man. Bad service, aggressiveness.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Overcharging the nigga and shit. They wasn't playing, boy. You feel me?
Hey, I'm ask real. What prevents you from spending your money in the community, man, and say, you know what, I'm about to go eat somewhere else, or I'm about to go buy these clothes somewhere else, or when I go out and step out, I just want to go have a drink, I'm gonna go somewhere else. I can't do it over here.
You know, it's crazy. Like when I was in New York, like I got a cousin. His name, his brand is called Bucalini, and he's been on 125th Street selling on 125th Street all year round, right? And you know, I've consistently bought stuff from him, right? Regardless the price I bought it. You know what I mean? I had numerous things from him that I bought. I used to work in retail. I used to have the Iceberg. I used to have Tommy Hilfiger, all that stuff. You know, I worked in an outlet. I knew people in other stores. I always had stuff. What I think the thing is now is like, even when I try to buy clothes from people that, you know, like black people that have their own. I'm not saying that they overcharge. My issue with them is that, like, I'm not spending. I'm past that phase of spending $80, $90, $100 for some jeans. You know what I'm saying? I'm past the phase of spending $70 for a t-shirt. You know, like I'm not on that type of time. So I think now what I'm noticing is a lot of black designers that, you know, they you might have to mute. Snap might have to mute. It's not loud. They might have to what I'm noticing now, a lot of these, you know, black designers, they charging the prices is crazy. You know what I mean?
But they charging the prices because they see niggas is gonna spend it with the other folks. You see what I'm saying?
And I get that, but then it's like, but my thing is, it's like you could do that, but what I think what people don't realize sometimes too is that we're so caught up, we're so brainwashed. Our community is so brainwashed that their stuff is better. Like, we're so brainwashed.
Yeah.
Theirs is better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like,
or it'll be, if I'm gonna spend this much, I might as well go get some Louis. Then I might as well go get some. That's what niggas will be on. If I'm gonna spend that much, I might as well just go get. You feel me? I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying on that.
And they think that the label makes them. You feel what I mean? Like, and it's crazy because you know, when I worked retail, I was only wearing this stuff because I got a super duper discount. You know what I'm saying? Some of my people held the stores, I got the 5-finger discount. You know what I'm saying? So I was only wearing the stuff because I'm like, I work in Iceberg. I'm getting a mad discount for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would get a clothing allowance and then get like 70% off of anything I bought. And then if it was on sale, I would get even more. So it was like, so for me, I'm wearing stuff and I'm looking fly, but I'm not paying. It's the same thing with me. Like when I was promoting in the clubs and I was in the parties, I'm not spending $300 on the bottle. I'm promoting the event. I gotta hook up, You know what I'm saying? I get my bottle tickets, whatever the case may be. I'm not
Yeah.
spending that kind of money. But I just
I,
think I think
I'm
what
on
happens is for me, I would rather go like when
but
even
what
when it comes to
but
food,
what
I'd
makes you
rather go
not
to Black
spend
and
though?
Latin, huh?
But what makes you not spend with black community? What makes you say I
The
don't want to
only
kick it
thing,
here? I'm going to another area to go kick it. I'm gonna kick it at this bar versus that bar.
well, the only thing is that going to all right, if it's a black venue, sometimes it ain't even about the venue. It's about the people that's in it. And I don't want to deal with the you know what I'm saying? With like
certain
I don't want
venues,
to
you know,
deal
gonna
with
get
having
shut
to
down.
watch my goddamn back. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like all
Okay,
night.
but say it's not just a venue. Why we not spending money with each other? Period. We ain't
But
talk about no party shit,
now
no
let me say
nothing.
now,
Why is it
because
that we not spending money
because niggas
with each other?
because niggas do half-ass business, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you, nigga. I
but
mean,
I'm not
okay,
gonna
so
lie
I'm
to
gonna give
you.
you I'm gonna give you an example. When we used to get our cars fixed back in the day, and we had mechanics and shit, there was a couple niggas that could really get underneath your hood and make your shit right. You feel what I'm saying? But they was far and few. So then you got a bunch of shade tree mechanics that get underneath your shit, and then you have a whole other problem. So we took our shit to the white boys. We knew for a guaranteed fact the white boy was gonna get
I,
in
ain't
there,
gonna-
he was gonna
I
fix the
went to
problem.
I went to my Dominican people.
You see what I'm saying? Because you knew who was gonna fix the problem. It's certain shit you know when you go to certain people, you know what they're gonna do to your shit. Now, there's certain places I'm gonna go for certain shit because I know what I'm gonna get when I go there. I'm not gonna go to nobody else for no soul food. I'm going to spend that with us. It's certain shit I'm gonna do. There's certain shit I'm just not gonna
Okay,
do.
so you saying that when it comes to food, you'll go because.
I know I'm gonna get what I'm supposed to get. It's gonna taste the way I want it to taste.
But what about the service?
That's the only thing that's gonna make me not fuck with them because I know the food gonna be cool. If I go there, if I could go there and the service is A1,
But
I'm
y'all
gonna
still
continue.
go though. But you still go because the food is good, right?
Well, I go because I want to give them a chance. You see what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be
If
honest. Me personally, the only black spots that I fuck with, like when I was in New York, the black spots that I mess with the most is Jamaican spots because
yeah,
I already expect somebody to suck their teeth at the Jamaican spot. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I felt like my problem with the soul food spots in New York, nothing like there was nobody really like you had Melba's, you got Sylvia's, and you got Amy Ruth's, right? Those are three black known, you know,
yeah.
staples in Harlem. And my thing was like I'm the food wasn't the price is crazy and the food, the portion ain't that good, and the food ain't that good. So it's like
See what I'm
that's
saying?
Said the
there,
portions.
but
No, for real, the portions make a big difference, bro. Because
yeah,
motherfuckers, it's you ever go to a soul food joint, bro, and they give you one of them little 3 tray motherfuckers, man. They talking about $35, nigga, for 2 meat. Nigga, 2 meats don't even fit on this little motherfucker. You talking
right.
about some with a little ass piece of cornbread? See, don't play with me. Because for $35, I can go home and I can bust that shit down for real myself. I'm gonna keep it real
Yeah.
with you. If I spend 35 on a fucking plate, I don't want to be hungry after I get done eating it, my nigga.
Nah, I feel
You
you
know,
should be at for 35. Hey,
fuck no,
Cordell.
you shouldn't. Hell no, you shouldn't still be
Hey,
hungry after you get
Not,
done eating.
not
Cordell, I
only
got a
that,
question
Okay,
for you,
so then
Cordell. Cordell.
why is it that we don't spend the money like at the moms and pop stores for the
No, I'm about to ask you.
t-shirts?
Hold on,
Okay,
Cordell.
go on.
So you know Vegas got a lot of food trucks out here, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, how come a lot of the black food trucks don't get no bread? But like we see the white boy stuff, it's got a line down the street, and all he got is cheesecake on there. Or we see the hibachi grill food
No,
trucks
I gotta
line down
disagree.
the street.
That's
Well,
gotta
I
be out
think
there in Vegas.
I honestly think it's like I don't know what it is with us, but we have like a crab in a bucket syndrome deal. Whereas a lot of times, I don't know if we feel jealous or we just don't want to see a motherfucker have more than them or what it is. But like we have something real crazy inside of us where we don't want to actually go spend money with our folks.
Do,
And
Well,
for the
I'm not.
life
I'm
of
glad
I'm
me,
y'all
gonna be
said.
honest with
And hold
you.
on, I got a question for you. Let me flip it real quick, real. Okay. Is it that we don't want to spend the money, or is it sometimes? Y'all see a lot of times when you do spend the money and niggas starting to get it, the niggas start become acting Hollywood too. You know what I'm saying?
but
Like
see, I
I
don't
be
care
seeing
about
barbers who be thinking they
but look, but I don't
thinking
care
they
about
celebrities all of a sudden.
like I don't care about a motherfucker stunting or acting Hollywood because they didn't got some money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I really don't care about that, because shit, they happy that they didn't made it to the next level. They happy that they didn't came up. That shouldn't stop us still from going to spend. Why we gonna get mad? Because these other motherfuckers be acting Hollywood.
Especially if they're not changing up their service or the way that they get down. That's see when you stay consistent, and that goes back to what I said from the jump. It's about the business relationships that you build with people. You want people to keep coming back and spending with you, then you got to treat people and their money of value. You understand what I'm
But
saying?
see, I don't like that saying because we'll go spend money with the agents all motherfucking day, and they
I'm
treat
not,
us like shit.
but see
They
that's,
treat
but
us
see
like
that's,
shit. Come up in
but
that
see,
motherfucker, and
but
we'll
but
still come up in that store the
no,
next day
see,
and spend money with them.
but see this the thing though. Once I get bad experience, I'm not spending my money with you. My
But see,
mama
we
told me
we
that.
we gonna
My
talk
mama,
about us
my,
as a whole, though. Let's
but
talk
look,
about us as a whole, not
but
from a
we,
personal level. Because
but
see, us like
as
you personally, yes, you're not gonna go in there, but that motherfucking store ain't selling out of shit and still standing in the neighborhoods
no, you're
because
right. You're
motherfuckers
right.
is feeling like you.
Hey, no, you're right. You're right. And a lot of motherfuckers don't value themselves. So when somebody else treat them like shit, they don't realize that they even being treated like shit. They think it's
But
regular.
but no, but see what I was, cause see, I'm just trying to debunk the statement of motherfuckers acting Hollywood. So now, or motherfuckers acting different, and so now they don't want to go back to the store. And my thing is that, but we
I,
go to
I
this other store on a regular, no matter
but,
what.
but but I think the reason it's like that is because we don't expect that from our own people. You know what I'm saying? Like we come to support you, nigga. You ain't got to stand on me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality niggas be having. Like, nigga, I'm supporting you, nigga. You ain't got to stand on me.
But
The
a
other people,
motherfucker treating you
we
wrong
don't,
is
we
a
I'm
don't.
gonna be
motherfucker.
honest with, but I'm
But
gonna
see,
be
a
honest.
motherfucker treating you wrong is a motherfucker treating you
No,
wrong,
But I'm
you
gonna
no
be
matter
honest.
what
absolutely right. You
ethnicity they
absolutely
are.
right. You absolutely right. You
Right.
absolutely
But
right. But at the
But
end of
I'm
the
gonna
day,
say this
hey, let
though.
me
But
introduce Mel to the podcast, Mel. What's good with you, boy?
How y'all doing, fellas?
what's
Good
going
evening,
on?
I
Boy,
guess, in this
I,
case.
what's
Mel
What
good?
jumped
What's
what
on
good?
Facebook earlier today, man. He had a good point, man, to the topic. So I said, man, you gotta come on the podcast and invited him on, man, to give his stance. You know what I mean? He actually went in with a lot of good points, man. I don't know if you remember everything you wrote, brother, but man, what was your key points, man? What you was
Oh
talking
man,
about?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been doing radio all day, so I probably don't forgot. Let me see if I can jump back here. Let me see real quick, real quick.
We good.
Uh,
Maddie, what's going on?
okay, because we got the crab in the barrel inside. Oh, okay. Oh, that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My stance on it was a little bit different. I mean, I caught a piece of what y'all was saying, but my stance was it was like one of the reasons why I think our money is going elsewhere is because, like I said, we got that crab in the barrel mentality, along with lack of self awareness, along with accountability issues, like mixed all up in one. And the reason why I say that is like the crab in the barrel mentality. Of course, we already know that, but it's like we got this thing where if I'm coming ahead, if I'm not, basically if I'm not the only one winning, I'm taking my bread and going elsewhere. Like that's even a good idea. Clearly that's not even a good idea. The fact of the matter is this actually goes to that point of like self-awareness and the accountability issues because in our reality the truth is, how can I put this, I don't know how far I can go into. I mean, I'm new to y'all
Nah, you
stream, so
say say how you
I don't
say
want
it.
to, I got to be
Trust me.
politically correct when you're doing radio sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, go ahead, do
But
what you gotta do.
the
Oh, we
fact of
raw and uncut.
okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it is really just that. Like, we act real. Somebody said it earlier, real Hollywood-ish, but at the same token, it's bullshit. Because the fact of the matter is, yeah, if I'm not winning, oh, I'm gonna take my money and go over here to Gucci. I ain't never seen anybody for that matter walk into Gucci and be like, "Yo, can I get that Joan for?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Like
ain't
we
never seen
always
none
looking
of
for a
us
fucking
go
come
into,
up. We
Nah,
but
always looking
nah.
again,
for a come
but
up.
we only do that to us.
Yeah.
Only to
No,
us.
you're right. You're right.
So when you look at that, and I'm speaking from the what my celebrity homies and people even around me, and
Yeah.
it's like you ain't never seen us go into to Chanel or Louis or whatever and be like, damn, can I get that for that? But when it come to us, we would try to lowball and
Hmm.
finagle and haggle and try to downgrade us, but it's only us.
Yeah.
But can you
Yeah.
touch on why you feel or think we do that to each other?
I think we do. Well, that was part of my other statement. I think we do that because of I ain't gonna say we was trained, but it damn near seemed like it's real close to that. Like, cause where else? To me, where else we gonna pick it up from?
Yeah.
We
It might
are.
not be
Yeah.
something that we wanted, but it was we picked that shit up from somewhere around it.
The Willie
We
It ain't
are.
Nelson.
like that we
So do you
imagined
think
this.
like do you think like okay like back in the day, like when like in the 50s, the 40s, and all that, it was real. We were poor, but we would some people would have more, and so they would give a discount to individuals that would come to them on the regular. And do you think that we still stuck into that state of mind?
Actually, we wasn't actually, the crazy part about it is in the 40s and 50s, we wasn't poor. In the 40s and 50s, we had some of the biggest black communities that Black Wall Street, Rose, like we had places that we was actually thriving. Of course, they burned it down, but like
But
we
I'm talking about the individuals that didn't have it that would come to these establishments,
but
and
no,
they
I
would
think
be
I
able
think
to
I
and they
think
would be able to get a deal, and they would
I
be able
think
to get a discount.
yeah, but
I think that was very. I'm sorry. Go ahead, fella.
I
You
think
speak
that
first.
changed in the 70s and 80s when welfare came and that more of us was poor and people was getting high and all this stuff because there was a time that we were thriving. We were thriving. We had money. We was,
Yeah.
so I just think that what ended up happening is that right? We got to remember women are the biggest consumers, right? Then what they started doing, they started welfare and stuff to get the man out the household. Now you get the man out the household. Now you make the women in the community who want all the extravagant stuff, right? Like the other women, right? And then what was they doing? It's just all a brainwash. It's a whole system. You know what I
But
mean? And
why wouldn't these women
I
why
think what
wouldn't these
Snap
women
said.
that why
I
excuse me
think
why wouldn't these women that wanted the extravagant stuff, why they wouldn't go spend what they own?
because we didn't have nothing. We they took our stuff away. They burnt it down. They did, like we didn't have.
Well, if we gonna go that direction, I mean, respectfully, I think if we're gonna go like that, we gotta put some little bit more truth and context to it. One of the reasons why they do it, and I'm not I'm not trying to act like I'm showing off, but when you think about it, one of the reasons why the women didn't do that is because they couldn't. Let's
Right.
not
That's
let's
what I'm saying.
let's not play.
yeah.
Let's not act like this is not true. A lot of times, the
Yeah.
females back then they got their money from the guys that they was with or other guys that they was messing
Right.
around with. It
Right.
wasn't like they had the money like that to actually go and invest in this. They had to wait until look. I'm gonna throw you a
Right.
couple dollars, or the OGs or the pimps
That
or
too.
whoever they was with. The man that they was with in their household was
Man, the
giving them money to
government.
go do
Right.
this. So
Right.
when they come up on anything, it was like it made them a little bit more appreciative and more humble because it's like, look, let's be honest, females couldn't work, they couldn't do this, they couldn't do
Right.
half of the shit that they can do now.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I would say once they got to a point to where as though they became more, let's say, things became a little bit more fair, more even.
Hmm.
Respectfully, ladies, and I know y'all gonna get mad at this, but this is part of y'all reason why y'all in this situation y'all in now with y'all accountability issue. But the fact of the matter is, they got it and then damn near lost their mind. Now they thinking, oh, I can do whatever I want. I'm better than this and I'm
Yeah.
better than that. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you done
Yeah.
forgot where you came from
But
now.
But
So
also too, where they also Mel will also add to that too is that once these women started going to college, getting education, going to certain schools, and you around certain people, when you around these certain people, it's also like you take Lil Kim for instance. Lil Kim only had surgery and did all this stuff because she was hanging around with the Versace. When you hanging around, when the majority of the people that's in your college is from other races and they buying all this extravagant stuff, and you going to school with them. Now you like, oh, I want it too. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, and then now they're going back home with, because they done hung out with the right friends, and they got the extravagant stuff on because they went shopping with that friend from school. Now they going back to their hood with this stuff on, and now the people in the hood like, oh, you got that? I want that. And then it just turns, it's a domino effect.
I think
And
But then,
something.
but that still doesn't. That still,
Something.
but that still doesn't tell us. That still
Hey,
doesn't tell us why the lack of the trickle down effect in the
snap.
black community.
Snap, when you said snap, you said something earlier that really sounded like something that was that's something that we need to touch on. When you said that back in the day that we used to look out for our people, I think there was a lot of that. I think we did look out for our people a lot because
Right.
we knew a lot of our people wasn't in the most fortunate position. So I think we would, throw a couple more eggs in the basket or a couple more potatoes in the sack or whatnot. You know what I'm saying, for one of ours if we knew that they were struggling or whatnot. And I think what spawned from that though is expectation.
And that's what I was getting at.
It went from a peaceful gesture to niggas expecting it now. Because like you said, I say that shit all the time. What my man Mel said, you know what I'm saying? You can't walk up into Jordan and get a deal. You can't walk into to Hermes and go get a deal. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna cut you no deals. But when one of us is selling something, motherfuckers want a deal. Another problem that what it is too with a lot of our people is people want to see something. Niggas want to see something blow up first. Because if it ain't already blown up, niggas don't want to be the first person with it or this and that and the other. I've noticed that a lot of trendiness with our people too. Unfortunately, a lot of our people don't want to be the people that supported you to blow up. They want to act like either they was there from the beginning when your shit do blow up, or they not gonna support you until your shit has blown up. And I
Right.
think that's another one of the biggest problems we had because I noticed a lot of that with the clothing line, the first clothing line that I did. I got a lot of support from a lot of the people that I knew. And like I said, a lot of that was from doing good business relationships. But then I also seen a lot of people who kind of stayed in the background for a minute. And then once they seen I went from selling shit out the trunk of my car to opening up a storefront downtown, then the energy changed a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Then it was, oh shit, he ain't just out the trunk no more. He ain't pulling up to the barbershop no more. He ain't in front of the liquor store no more. He didn't open up a store now. You see what I'm saying? So with that, you also see a certain amount of motherfuckers that wasn't fucking with you like that. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't even from a nigga being Hollywood or doing nothing no different. It's just that a lot of times when you on that mission, you tunnel vision in. It take a lot to be an entrepreneur. And you start seeing at that point when you start seeing who's really with you and who's not. I got a lot of support from a lot of people who I didn't know or people that I didn't grow up with. I got more support, I think, from people that I didn't know or from people that I didn't actually grow up with. There was just more business relationships. Because
but
people who know you and grew up with you, they don't all feel like what you're doing is as big as what it is. Let's just keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? The people who you know, and now you have some people that believed in you the whole way through. You have some people that support you the whole way through because them is really your people, and that's why
Okay.
they support you.
Okay. So let's go back to what we were talking about as far as expectations from black people, as far as expecting to come up, expecting a lower price, expecting this, expecting that. Like, like, do you feel like the generations before us, or rather, yeah, before us, like our mothers, our grandmothers, they didn't teach us. They kind of push that, carry that on to us as far as men, like, you know, come up off your people, like try to get a lower price, try to get you. Do you think that they push that on us or what? Because I'm trying to figure out because see, I'm a product of that. Like yeah, I used to go to niggas be like, man, what's up, homie? You out the trunk, homie. Let me get 2 foot 1, this or that. So I used to do that. And
But
so I'm trying
but
to
a lot of
figure out like
a lot of
where the
those
fuck did that
a
come
lot
from
a
with me?
lot of those antics come from that hood shit though, bro. You gotta remember when we in the hood, everything is a jug. Nigga, you gotta think about it. Nigga, everything we do when we in the hood is a jug. But when you get into the corporate world, that shit don't work. You gotta remember when we moving and we was active in the streets, everything we was doing was about because we was hustling. We was hustling. So if you got that hustle mentality and that hustle mindset, and that's what you own 24/7, everything that you do, and you incorporating that with it. You
But
trying to
we
figure out how
only
you,
do it with us.
because
See,
that's
that's what
what
I'm
Um,
we
saying.
so.
But
Like I
you know
have that
what I think.
mindset, but I didn't do that with. Like I knew I couldn't. I knew
can
for a fact that Asian wasn't finna take a motherfucking quarter off. Wasn't finna
can I
let me go buy a quarter. I knew that this and that. So my thing is that like I only did that with my people. Like that's what I'm trying to get at. You know
okay?
what I'm
Can
saying?
let me can I throw something at you?
Yeah.
Um, I want to say it wasn't pushed on us. I would say because I mean I don't know how old you gentlemen is. I'm 45. Um, I want to say it was a we didn't it wasn't pushed on us. We acquired it, and the reason why I say we acquired, depending on where you came in at, like you know how you brought up, you of course as they say you're a product of that environment. So the hustling side of it, yeah, you got that from scratching and scraping, doing whatever you can get from that time frame in that area that you was in. Because in all honesty, let's just say if you was somehow, it wasn't many, but if you were somehow blessed and fortunate to live in a different area, they didn't act like how it was when we was in the hood. They didn't have that type of mentality that we got when, as we call it, the crab in the barrel mentality. They didn't have that. They didn't know what that was about. The same way how we got some people that's in other different positions, Congress and all that stuff. They have no freaking idea what it's like living in the hood when you actually sit up there and think about that. So when we sit up there saying these type of things, it's like we not discrediting it. Yeah, we acquired that shit, but also, and I really want to put the emphasis on this. Just because we learned that shit, we're another part of the big problem is that continue to keep going. We ain't trying to change that. Let's keep it a buck. We ain't trying to change that shit because a lot of times the simple fact we had an opportunity and we still don't take advantage of it. Just because we was doing this over here, you know damn well. Why am I going nickel and dime? What your name is, Bill? Real Howard. Why am I going nickel and dime him? Why am I going nickel and dime snaps if I know what this is, right? Why? Why am I going to keep trying to finagle and all this stuff like that, especially when I don't really have to? Because a lot of times, again, we just going to put it all the way out there. I got the bread, and if I know you want, let's say, $300 for this, I will still, just because of just natural learned behavior, I'm going to still try to say, yo, I got 250. What's up?
Well,
I got the whole 300,
I'm gonna tell you
but I'm
why I did
still
it.
going to do it.
I just wanted to see. I'm gonna tell you why I did it. Why I did it was because I always felt like this motherfucker came up on it. He didn't pay the full price, so let me try to see if I could get a hookup off of him
Yeah, for
because it
real.
was a hookup. He
For
got it
him.
from a hookup,
Yeah,
so
for real.
that's why. Because I wanted to see what y'all gonna say something like that.
But you
That's
learned
why
that though,
I
right?
did it. That's
But you
actually why I did it. It was like I never felt like this motherfucker got this legit or he got that
Yeah,
legit. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Whether he had a store or
Legit or
not,
not. Yeah.
whether
well
he had
my
a store or not. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I remember when I used to go get shit, and I used to go to the back of the black stores and sell them some shit stolen. You know what I'm saying? So I always looked at it like he didn't pay full price, so I don't want to pay full price.
But okay. So even with you saying that, you're not saying that to Nike.
Well, because I don't
Nike
know,
ain't paying. Nike ain't paying.
I never felt like I never looked at them on
They actually,
being half
yeah, but they
legit.
getting it, the these brands, these big brands is getting it even less, and especially they have established relationships that where they've been wherever they've been getting it from. So what they paying for it ain't nothing compared to what we paying for at
Yeah,
retail.
real shit. Real
But
shit.
Right.
here, you know what? Here's the you know what? As I'm listening to this conversation, this whole conversation, you know what just hit me? You know what our biggest problem is? Our biggest problem is that we so worried about selling to each other and us and people buying off of us, and we're not thinking about no why we ain't doing the same thing they doing. Why we not building our brands to be sold in other places and then bring our money back to the community? Just because you got a business don't mean that it gotta be black people gotta support your business. Why? You know why? Because what they do is they're selling to the black community and then they're taking their money back to their community. So they're making the money in our community and then taking it back home. We don't
But
think
I don't think so, champ.
we're busy thinking about
and that's why
we're
I
too
said
busy
why
caught up
do
on selling to, oh, we're gonna build a store in our community and then we just hope that
Hey,
our
but that's why I was
I
but
don't
no,
asking
think
no,
so
where's
no,
the
though.
no.
lack
I don't agree with that.
of the
No, no.
trickle down effect in our community? Where's the lack of the because a trickle down effect means that it's gonna go in a circle. So like if Mama Joe is making some money and then Mama Joe is spending with Jack and then Jack is spending with Mary Lou, like it's all coming in a circle. My thing is that it used to be like that. Where did we lose that at?
Hey,
Like
but
we
real quick,
lost
Well,
that.
well, I
real
answered your
quick.
question. I gave you the answer to the question that you posed. So, and now to me, I mean, I'm hearing something totally different now. Because you said, was it that that scenario was pushed? Was that situation or mindset pushed on us from our parents, grandparents, and stuff? So I gave you that answer based off of your question. Now, what you're saying of how we're moving like that, I personally, I think I don't agree with you on that, Holla. I think actually, I think that the issue is we selfish. I'm just gonna put it
Okay.
out there. We
Okay.
selfish. We
Okay.
don't want
Okay.
people don't want to acknowledge this, but we don't want us to we say we want us to win because it sounds politically correct. But what we go off actions. When you're a real actually dude and really done grew up from this, you can sit back and you can look, oh damn, the reason why we've been here so long is because we don't do that. Think about it. We don't want to shit a plug. We don't want to shit a connect. We don't really want to help.
It's a lot of gatekeepers.
It's a whole
It's
it's
a
a
lot of
lot of
gatekeepers.
gatekeepers.
A lot
Let's
of
keep it
gatekeepers.
funky right here, man.
There's a lot
you
of
saying
gatekeepers.
So
you saying in reference to what I just said?
yeah, I said you gave the thing where it's like we only trying to look at that. I kind of disagree with that. I think personally the reason why we ain't doing that is because we selfish. We don't want to admit that. We gonna say that we not on camera because it sound good. In our reality, let's look at the fact. Like I said, we don't share the connect. We don't share the hookup. We don't even want to try to help each other within our community
I,
before we can even go abroad. We
but
We
can't
I
even
get
get
think,
the
mad when a
foundation
motherfucker
right.
get an add on to
but I
their
think
house. We get mad when a motherfucker come with a brand new fucking car. We get
Yeah,
mad when
look at that. We
motherfucker
can't
get
even get the foundation right.
I'm gonna give
get
y'all
like
mad
two
we
about
get
that though,
examples.
mad.
niggas.
Like we get
Don't
I'm
mad
gonna
at
give
each
y'all
niggas.
two
other.
You can't get
examples.
mad at that kind of
I'm
shit
gonna
though.
give y'all two examples of black clothing brands nobody knew they was black at first. Nobody knew they was black at first. Off white,
As soon as
off
he said
white,
something about Chinese, here she comes talking
off
her shit.
white. Nobody knew that
Uh-huh.
designer for off white was black.
Okay.
Nobody, and then the designer with the or everybody wearing those things with the flowers.
That's
Nobody
crazy.
knew that he was black at first, and that flower has to do with something in Africa. But what I'm saying is, what those brothers did that was smart is that they didn't make it an urban brand. They made it a designer brand. They sold to everybody, all the celebrities. Everybody was buying. Off White is one of the. He collabed with Nike. He collabed with all these other
Yeah.
brands. He made his money. What I'm saying is, our focus. We're always focused on what's going on in the hood. What I'm saying is, one of our biggest mistakes is that we're so worried about selling to us when we should be worried about making brands that sell to everybody. That
But see, but that defeats the purpose
that's how.
though.
But
But that wait a minute.
that's how
But
you
hold
build
up.
infrastructure.
But
You don't
that
See
think
that
you think
defeats the
Tommy
purpose of what we're
Hilfiger.
talking about.
I'm just saying,
Okay, like
you think
Hold on. Let him finish. 'Cause both of y'all
you
speaking at the
think
same
Tommy
time.
Hilfiger and Polo was like, I'm just selling two. No, they was like, they built their brands is all over the United States, all over the world, right?
but they
Because
did
Mhm.
get mad. They did get mad though when brothers was wearing that shit though.
but
not
Tommy
hold
did
up
Tommy
say
though. But
Hilfiger,
hold
not
up, you
Tommy
guys.
Hilfiger, because
that
I
was
actually
Tommy Hilfiger.
nah,
That was
But
Tommy
hold up.
Hilfiger.
that wasn't true about Tommy
But
Hilfiger. That's Polo.
but hold up
That's
though.
more
Hold
Polo
up.
and Timberland.
But you saying about that really defeats the purpose of what we're talking about. We're talking about us spending money with each other. We're not talking about you not being able to expand or you not being able to
No, but
get
what I'm
money.
saying is, us
But this is
spending
my point is that we know we could do that. But my thing is that
But we don't think like that though, and that's the problem. It's the corporate thought process. I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you
because
something.
see, that's
But
irrelevant. That's irrelevant about
no,
us
no,
expanding out there.
but it's not
That's
though.
for a
Because
personal
It's not.
thing.
but I'm
It's
gonna
not.
tell you why though. Because
It
we hear a
is
lot of
because that's for a
no,
It's
personal
not.
no,
growth.
no.
It's
That's
But
not.
not to
but
grow your community. That's
okay, but
not to
look,
help your
It
community.
grows your community. If you go make the money, if you making, if okay, if I'm only making 100,000 a year off my community versus making millions off the nation, it's too. So now I take that million, I could take 100,000 back to my community and
But
build
that
it.
ain't happening though. But that ain't happening.
But it's certain people that are doing it. It's
It
certain people
ain't. But it
that
I
are
ain't
doing
think
it.
enough. It ain't
It
enough
just,
that's
it
making that
just,
type of
it
money. That's
just not
doing
no,
it.
everybody.
they're
Michael
I
doing that.
think
They're
Jordan,
doing
y'all
that.
I think y'all
Michael
speaking
Jordan
on
just
two
built
different
a
levels
clinic.
here.
Michael
Yeah.
Jordan just built a clinic in Wilmington, North Carolina. He built a free clinic in Wilmington. He got a free clinic in Charlotte. Everybody, we gotta understand the same way Tyler Perry building those studios in Georgia. That opened up business, that opened up jobs, that opened up all types of stuff. We gotta understand something. If we only trying to sell in our community, that is a low ceiling. That
Yeah.
ceiling is low. We
But
got
that's not what I'm
to
saying
build.
though. That's not what I'm saying.
I think what it is, I see what you're saying, and I agree with you on that one. But I think you two steps higher than where we talking about right here. I see what
Right.
Snaps is talking about too. Like why we're not getting to the next level is where you coming in at, Rel. We talking about foundation wise. Why basically in so many words, I'm just respectfully, Freddie. I'm just going to
I'm
rephrase the
talking
joint.
about
We
the
ain't talking about why
we
we ain't
don't
even getting off the ground level. The reason why we
know
ain't getting off
because,
ground level is
and
because
that's
of
what
what
I'm
Snaps
saying.
is saying.
That's
Now
what
the
I'm
next
saying.
thing
We're
why
not
we ain't
getting off
going
ground level.
higher.
You know why we're not getting off ground level? Because we thinking with a ceiling. We got a ceiling. That's why we're not getting over. You can't get off ground
No,
You
no,
because listen,
no,
let me explain
no.
something to you.
Go
If
ahead. I'm gonna let you
That's
speak. I'm
if
gonna
not
let you
my
it.
speak.
brand is only hot in Harlem, if my brand is only hot in Harlem,
Yeah.
that's a ceiling. It stops. I can't. I'm
So
not making. And then here's the problem too. We gotta remember we in the era of everything new, 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 new. If I'm in Harlem and my brand is in Harlem and everybody knows my brand, and yeah, they buying off me, right? But at some point they're gonna be like, all right, I'm off that. If I ain't
That's
moved to
not what I'm talking
But
hold
about.
on,
Rel,
I ain't moved to
Real.
now.
That's not
So
what I'm
now
Rel,
talking about.
I
Real.
got,
I'm
but
talking
listen,
real.
y'all
Hold
gotta
up. Real.
understand in the community,
Hey,
the
real.
support,
Real. Listen to
the
this. That's
support
not
is
what I'm
only
talking
gonna
about.
go so far. The support is
Real.
only gonna go so far.
No,
How far
real.
you
That's not
gonna
what
go
I'm
in the
talking about.
community?
Real.
but Rel,
Real. We talking about the ones
we talking about
that's
before
not
you
even
even
getting
get
the
to your
support.
level.
We talking
Exactly.
about
We
the
talking about
ones that's
before
not
you even
even
getting it
getting the
there.
support.
We talking about just people in general. Like, yo, you think you got a nice figure right here. Why are we not even pushing this? Forget you
Like that.
already established and already popping the hole. We talking about even before you get to establish. We
The
talking about
point I'm
why
making.
is it
but I told
That's
y'all
the
why.
point I'm making.
I told y'all why though, because a lot of our
See, cause see,
community,
real, you keep going,
a lot of our
to the
community.
But
Hold on,
top.
Snap. Hold on,
y'all not
Snap. Hold on.
understanding what I'm saying.
Hold on,
I
Snap.
no?
Hold on,
am
Snap. Hold on,
Hold on,
Snap.
y'all. Hold on. We can't even
Hold,
hear. Hold
real.
on.
hold on, Snap. Hold on, Snap.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. A lot of our people either want to act like they was a part of it from the beginning when it actually blows up,
Mm-hmm.
or a lot of our people do not want to support until it blows up. You see what I'm saying? Because then and that's where a lot of the common divide is happening at right there with our people. A lot of our people don't want to be the first one to spend their money with you. And it is kind of a conditioning. It's kind of a conditioning. Why? Back to the other things that niggas said earlier. The service is bad. The quality, we think the quality might not be as good. If I'm spending 400 with reflection, if I'm gonna spend 4 bands to get reflection, I might as well spend 5 and get filthy. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But see,
And
I think
that
though, but look, but I think that what we as a people got to understand is that we might not have the same hookups as that Asian. We might not have the same hookups. You know, like when you have like your auto
hey,
shops. Well,
hey,
that white boy, hold up, that white boy auto shop, he probably can go get all the parts for cheap and this and that. That brother
he,
probably can't. But then why can't we like us help him be able to get to that next level
Because we don't
instead
know
of
if that
going
nigga,
to
we
the
don't know
next
if that
spot.
because we don't know if that nigga know how to put the transmission on correctly. Nigga, I'm not gonna be on the freeway with my shit, nigga, dragging, nigga, while I'm trying to get on the shit. I'm telling you, I've been there before. Ready to kill a nigga behind a whole goddamn rear end about to fall out my shit.
But, but
Hey, I'm telling you, it only
But
takes
bro,
I,
one
I
time
didn't
before you
seen
you
know.
that
on
on the I didn't seen
you
that from
on
other races too that fuck us, and
No, no,
I
you
didn't
right.
seen that dude. I didn't seen him do that to us too. So I'm not gonna just put that on black people. You know what I'm
So when you
saying?
go, sorry, so Snap, you go to get your car fixed right now. Who you taking it to tomorrow? Right now, who you directly going to? Keep it a
I'm
buck. Keep it a
okay.
buck.
See. This is to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
Listen to me. I
You
live in
see how
Las
niggas
Vegas
is?
now.
You
No,
see how
hear what
niggas
I'm
is?
saying.
You see how niggas
I
is?
live in Las Vegas now. But when I
Okay.
was in LA, I'm from LA. When I lived in LA, I took it to all my brothers.
Off the rip, your first thing you did was take it to one of your. But see, you
Man, right
probably.
down the street, homie. I
But
knew who
okay,
fucking with the mechanic was. I called the mechanic to come do this. Like you gotta understand, like I said this a long time ago. I was raised by women. So I was raised to get the handyman. I was raised to because I didn't know how to do shit. I don't know how
yeah,
to
yeah,
fix nothing. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So my mama, anytime something was broke, she called the handyman. The handyman was always black. Anytime the car needed fixed, she called up the mechanic. The mechanic was always black. When we needed something moved, you understand me, the refrigerator or knew this, she
yeah,
called the black man that would move that. So I
yeah,
did that in LA all the time. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah,
did. Not until I came out here, I don't know individuals. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because this is, Las Vegas is different. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And then my status is different as far as my job, so like shit, I can go to the fucking Chevy to spot and drop it off and get it fixed with a warranty. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah,
so
yeah,
now
yeah,
now I'm looking for warranties. Then I couldn't afford a warranty. But now I'm looking for warranties, so it's gonna be different. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Right
yeah.
now at 58. You know
You
what I
going to
mean?
spend
But
you going to
but when
spend
I was
you going to spend your money corporately at 58. Nigga, you ain't pulling up to the hood, nigga, looking for a deal or a discount, nigga. You ain't doing none of that. You going to
Well,
go
no,
spend your
because
money.
see, but no, because see, my kids. Let's get it straight. My kids, my daughters, right now, we use a black mechanic for their brakes. We use a black mechanic for this and that. We use a black mechanic out here right now for all these various things.
Yeah, that's good though. If you got a black mechanic, that's good. I'm not knocking black mechanics. I don't want nobody taking it the wrong way. What I'm saying is that when I've encountered car issues, I ain't had always had the best experience with some of the brothers that I done had work on my vehicles. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna keep it, where that was at. But I do know some brothers that can work on your shit. Some brothers that can drop engines and the whole nine. But
Hey,
that
so
was just a couple experiences I had.
hey, we
I
got
just I just
reflection
want
on
us
here,
I
man.
just wanted to I just want us to come together and get out of that mind. And I know it's hard now because this generation is even worse than my generation, is even worse than y'all generation. I'm 58, y'all in y'all 40s. You understand me? So,
Yeah,
my generation, this generation now is even worse. Like they damn sure ain't spending no money with no black people. Like at
No, they
all.
not. Yeah. Hey, we got
Like at
reflection.
all.
Hey, we got
but they
reflection on
also
here,
and a
man. So
lot of them ain't even
reflection. I
opening no
know
business.
you been out there doing your thing, brother. You been out there on the strip. See you blowing up, man. You're getting booked for shows
yeah,
now, man.
doing your thing,
Hey,
man. You
man.
doing your thing, man. I
They got the
see you.
hashtag 3Pac. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So,
yeah, I seen that.
hey, they
Hey,
was
I
trying to
already
clown.
know.
They was
Reflection
trying to
ain't spending
clown
no
him,
money with no
and
niggas.
no, they was trying to clown him and
No, he
called him
not.
3Pac.
I
No,
gonna
he not.
I gonna
And
say
he,
that.
hey,
But
hold
but
on,
but
hold on,
see,
hold on. They clowned him. They clowned the nigga, called him 3Pac. So he just grabbed that name and said, "Fuck, you want to call me 3Pac? I'm gonna be 3Pac now." And the 3Pac shit then been blowing up on social media. The boy got 1.5 million views in 5 days. You know what I'm
but see,
saying?
look,
They trying
but
to
see,
Hey,
book
look.
him in LA.
congratulations, homie.
Hey, good
Congratulations,
Yeah.
shit.
homie.
I
But
appreciate it.
hey,
I
but
appreciate
look,
it.
but look, I'm gonna tell you something. The people who was fucking with this nigga, it wasn't us. It was no,
now,
I'm keeping it real with you. The people who
now
supported him the
that's why I
most,
wanted
the
him to talk
people,
about. It's the only reason I'm bringing it up.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
True.
so
yeah.
so
That's true.
reflection. when you out there doing your thing, we've been watching the videos. We see who putting money in the tip thing. We see who taking the pictures with you. We see who's standing next to you trying to sing the songs, who dance and have that. Who's actually enjoying themselves out there. But I've also seen the comments who's doing all the hating, who got something to
it's
say.
black people.
Look at this nigga look like that. Punk wasn't that. He was way skinnier than that. This nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes the road a lot harder to success. And if you remove me from mimicking another nigga or riding off another nigga's dick, if you remove those scenarios from it, it still goes back to the standpoint of it's not black people supporting black people. It's not, because you think them white people are dumb to think that I don't know I'm not Tupac. You think them white people don't give a fuck. Them Hispanic people don't care about that. They don't.
Right. Yeah.
But it's only us black people that screen us. Whatever we doing, if we at a barbershop, it's only us black people that screen us. He didn't get me my cut right. He didn't do this. It's only black people. It was a black person that Jack Daniels confided in to make the Jack Daniels a sip and drink as good as it was. It was a black person that gave Jack Daniels the recipe to that alcohol. So the point is, bringing it back to the whole scenario of support, we never support our own. My brother just tagged me in another black man that's mocking me like crazy. You know, when you start to elevate, the first person that I would say y'all got to get prepared for, and I'm gonna tell Wes this because I know he's pushing the music. You got to get prepared to buckle yourself up for the black people. But my advice to you is, don't read the comments as less as you can. You're going to read some because it's going to come to you. But overall, just understand that the mockery is going to come from our own people. And you know why? Because we hate ourselves and we hate our people even worse. We hate our people a number of reasons because we failed. We failed ourselves and we failed the domination of what we should be in today's world. A lot of products that we created, we've allowed the white person to put their face on it. We've allowed the white person to put their face on it. We've created a lot of electricity products. We've created a lot of products that we use on a daily basis, and that white man has dominated us financially. And I think if more black people get their money right and they really start dominating themselves financially, they'll be able to create and dominate and change the narrative. And now you won't have no choice. Just think if Louis Vuitton was ran by a black person. Just think if Gucci was a black person. Now, let me ask y'all this. Why did we stop supporting Slow Bucks? Why did we stop supporting Fubu? And why did we stop supporting Carcanai?
Because they got outdated. They got outdated. And they made millions and millions of dollars. They made millions and millions of dollars. The niggas made a lot of money. Fubu made a lot of money.
Yeah, but I don't think that it's that they got outdated because
outdated.
you know Polo's been going on for a long time. Motherfuckers still guests is still selling.
But you got to think about it. They had a long run to where they was making the Fat Albert shit. The shit they was doing was getting outdated. Nobody was wearing that shit no more, my nigga. It was hot. That shit was hot for a couple of years, just like cross colors, just like Crocodile.
You know why
Crocodile was because of pop.
But we make what's hot. But we keep what's hot.
That goes back.
I can give you.
Back to what I was saying.
I can give you a standpoint from
give me that. Give us a standpoint on that, brother.
One, like being in the entertainment industry, one of the reasons why a lot of the stuff like those brands went out is because of how the marketing was. And truthfully speaking, I mean, he was actually kind of spot on. It wasn't the simple fact really that it was outdated. It's because of the simple fact that we geared too much to having a quick, fast buck. That we would sell off that. And the thing about it is, it's like, again, we at the time, I ain't gonna say we didn't, but we didn't have enough powerhouses to understand how marketing and trends go. Because think about it, like right now, we actually do. We actually make what's cool. Like truthfully speaking, like but they
weren't evolving though. You see what I'm saying? Like their pitch and the shit that they was doing was only being. It got outdated. Like that shit had a little run.
It
Hold
was
That's
hold
why I
on.
said. That's why I was saying to you,
Hold,
as far as like marketing, we didn't really understand the business game as well as
Yeah,
we probably even do
yeah,
now. Think about
yeah,
it. Like
yeah,
so
we will hire. Hold on one second. We will hire somebody to that's like, say if they got a nice buzz. Say matter of fact, say okay, you got the gentleman right here, Reflection. His buzz is popping, right? If somebody will actually put their brand on him, that's what's now going to start becoming the
yeah,
new
yeah,
trend.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that and
yeah.
at that time we didn't really understand that. So literally, and I mean I don't want to put his name out there like that, but he even said he sold a portion of the company because of that. The fact of the matter is we so happy to make just a quick amount
Yeah,
of dollars. We don't understand the real big picture because yes, you got to constantly keep rebranding and updating
yeah,
because again the
yeah.
generations and stuff has changed. When you start talking about polo and all that, yeah, the polo
And
kept the same design, simple saw color, one of this, but they
but it
also
go
did
nobody.
add.
but it also go back to what Rail said earlier. They were so stuck on just keeping it black, just selling just the black. And
Hmm.
that's initially that's inevitably what fucked them off. Is
that's what
because
I'm saying.
they wanted to keep it so urban that they thought that they were attracting they thought they were pushing a
You have
brand
to
that was
keep it
gonna be
selfish.
collectively hold on.
Nigga,
They thought they was gonna push a brand that the urban people were just gonna engulf in and they were gonna keep grasping. When they sold a lot of that FUBU shit and a lot of that we weren't even the niggas buying that shit. They was buying that shit overseas. They was buying that shit in
but
other countries. Just the
but
same way
as a
they do the music. It's the same way
but
they
as
do
a
the
black
music.
But they
but as
was
a black
buying the shit overseas because they thought that we was the black. They was wanted to emulate blacks, and they thought the
Exactly.
blacks was buying that shit.
But it's
But
the
so my
same
thing is
shit.
that if the blacks keep on buying it, they shit would have continued to expand.
But we also have to remember too that a lot of those brands was attached to record labels. That was the other
Yeah.
thing too.
And they
So if
was sold
Bad
to
Boy
certain
falls
people.
off, Sean
Yeah.
John falls off. If
Exactly.
Rockefeller falls off,
Exactly.
Rockefeller
Exactly.
falls off. You
Exactly.
know, everything is
no,
falling
but we have to
apart.
no, but we have to keep it selfish within our own community. We have to keep it selfish as blacks. We can't worry about who what other race is buying our shit. We have to make sure that our people is buying our shit. So
I
we
don't
have
believe
to
that.
be selfish. We have to be selfish. So why didn't we save the Yeezy brand?
Yeezy's
We
still
did.
Yeah.
going.
Yeezy is
I just
actually
think when you get to I just think when you get to that level, you can't just worry about blacks.
You
So
can't.
when you
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
get to
To
that level, you can't
you
just
have
worry
to
But
about
because
blacks.
no, you have to because
No,
guess who's
because you're
who's
trying to
funded
become
it?
a. See, my goal,
No,
if my goal is to
who's
be a listen, if my goal is to be a billionaire, then I know that I gotta expand. You know what I'm
Everything
saying?
is about
yeah,
And whatnot. But that's on that point.
when
See,
you gonna get the money from?
I don't want to listen. I don't really want to be getting on that part because the topic is not about that level. Like we keep going to that level
Yeah.
of
And put
it's not about that. Listen, no, but it's not about that level. That's not what we're
yo,
talking about, man.
Pat, let me just say
me to,
this, Pat.
me to
I don't
buy
think there's a person.
let me say this. For me to buy into whatever nigga, for whatever a black man is selling, I don't trust him already. I don't trust shit a nigga selling me. I don't care what level he's selling it. For
And
me
that's the
to buy
point that we're trying to get at. That's the point that we're
into it,
getting at.
that's the Willie
for me into it,
See,
I
and
have
that's the
to
point.
trust him,
And
but I
so
have to understand
and so
he's running.
the question is why? See, that's the
But I,
point. See, I
I
don't want
was
It.
going
to
to say,
wait.
I
Hold
don't
up. Like I don't want to keep going to the billionaire status, the top millionaire status. Like let's stick to us not spending money with our people from the ground level,
but that's
like the
where it gets
ground level,
okay. But let me explain
to be
something.
able to wait, to
But
be able
even
to get established. Because
before
see,
you started at the ground level,
okay, okay, okay.
I
So
knew when
that's what I'm saying. Like we
he,
can't because
he,
see they made it. We're not talking about them. They made it. They
hey,
made their money.
hey,
but there's not a brand, but there's not a person that starts a brand or starts a business that their goal is not is to be their goal. Anybody who's first of all,
we're
anybody
not
who
talking
starts a
about that. I
brand,
understand
anybody
that,
who
but
starts a
some
brand
people
or
don't
business,
even.
the
But
goal
with
is
us,
to be a millionaire. I don't
okay,
know.
but my thing is that with us not spending money See, we spend money with them from the ground level. Okay, we spend money with Fubu and Carl Kanai from the ground level to help them get to the next spot. We talking about the individuals that we don't spend money with on the ground level to get to the next spot. Why the hell are we not doing that? And so wait a minute. And so and so
So you think,
Pac say
with them.
I don't wait. And so Pac say I don't trust niggas. I don't trust niggas. That was
but
his answer.
but here's the
And
thing,
so
though.
why are we not trusting each other?
Yeah, but it's not.
That's the conversation.
But what you're saying is that's like saying that every black person that starts a brand, we supposed to support them. What if the shit just ain't good? Every white brand don't make it. Every Chinese brand, every brand don't make it. Like we can't so there's some people that just broke through. Fubu broke through, Anichi broke through, Cross Colors broke through. Like there's certain brands that broke through. So we supported them from the ground level. Now,
but then why? Okay, so what you saying? So what you saying? Wait. So what you making that? So what you making? Wait a minute. So what you making that statement, right? You saying that every Chinese brand don't break through, every white brand don't break through. But why the fuck is more of their brands breaking through than our brands?
All right,
Because wait a minute. Because their brands are able to break through because their communities are supporting their brands to be able to break through.
Let me ask you a question. Tell me an Asian brand in the United States besides.
I don't know. I don't know no Asian brands. I don't.
That's my point. Tell me an Asian brand in the
I don't
United
even know no white brands. I don't know. What
Tell
I'm
me
saying
an
is
Asian brand in the United States besides Uniqlo. You can't.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. The bodegas. Hold up. This is what I'm gonna say. Then let's not just stick to brands. Let's say the bodegas. Let's say the swap meets.
Okay,
Let's say all of that type of shit.
a lot of it got to do with demographics too, right? So, like, depending on where you at. I know since I moved to Houston, it's a lot more black businesses for me to support, and I see because there's a lot more black-owned businesses. I do spend more of my money with black businesses, and the service be good. It's a lot of good places. It's a lot of good places that do business, but it's more of us just doing businesses here. When I lived in Sacramento, it wasn't a lot of black-owned businesses. So the two or three that you had, the couple that you had to pick from, if you wanted to do business, they weren't consistent. They'd be up for a minute, then they'd be down. You know what I'm saying? You if you go to the event there, you might lose your goddamn like everything that had to do with something. It wasn't where you wanted to be or something that was going on. Now, on the other hand, over here, it's way more people, it's way more black people, it's way more black establishments. You have a higher chance of spending your money.
Because see, you go to Atlanta, they thriving with each other because they spending money with each other. You go to Houston, they thriving because they spending money with each other. Even if it's a small community, and that small community has a small moms and pop store, we ain't going to them.
So
I just
Kelly put this on the screen, and she said she should have been to a bunch of black-owned hair stores. They too expensive, so that's why she go to the Asian store to spend her money there. So I think that's kind of what we was on the subject for the show. I think reflection. You were just about to go into it. Somebody asked you, why did you say what you said about how you didn't trust?
Because of my prior experiences. Because my prior experiences with dealing with black entrepreneurs. My prior experiences of dealing with black people on a personal level. Their idea and the work. A lot of black people don't want to work. These niggas are lazy as fuck. They don't want to work. They don't want to work on your car.
I don't like that, man. I don't believe that, man.
Should deliver your product the way they should be. They half-ass everything. And I don't want to sound like an Uncle Tom, but I'm telling you what it is. We gonna work for that white man a lot harder than we work for ourselves. And a lot of black entrepreneurs don't put in the work for us that they put in the work for a white person that's buying their shit. And I know these from a personal level. These are personal experiences. So what am I supposed to do? It's going to make me go to the opposite race and say, cool, I'm going to get a better product over there. And then we money We don't have the money that these white folks got.
This my
We
first
we
time
don't have
hearing
the
Okay,
that.
money
so
that these
I
so
white
ain't
people
never
so
I
have.
ain't
so
never
have you
heard that
guys
like
ever
that.
looked at it whereas, like I was saying, okay, somebody owns a auto mechanic shop,
Nah,
okay,
it's my
and
first time
so
hearing that.
and
I
so he
ain't.
got to try to
I'm
get
paying
you a
attention.
transmission. Well, that white boy could get that transmission for 250, but they only selling that brother that transmission for 400. So of course his is gonna cost more. Of course his is gonna, and that shit happens, homie. That shit actually happens. So
So
my
now you
thing
got to
is,
ask yourself why though? Why is
what?
he getting it? Why does he have to pay a higher price to get it to us, and then that other person
Because of the
doesn't have to
color of
pay
his
that?
skin. Because of the color of his skin.
So I guess we're wasting our time. So we're like rowing a boat, and there's already a hole in the boat, and we're still trying to dip the water out. So it's a waste of our time trying to fix the problem when it's bigger than us. So it might not even be a black problem. This might not even it's not a
let,
mic. This
let
is not
me ask
even a black problem.
hey, let me ask Mel real quick. Mel, what experience have you dealt with, man, what turned you off to say, you know what? And whatever it is, whether it be restaurant, it could be just going. You say you take your lady out to go have some drinks, man, or maybe you want to do nice dinner. What made you go somewhere else instead of here? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna answer that question, but I'm gonna say I wasn't prepared for y'all being like this. I'm like, sheesh. Okay, I'm gonna let loose on here. So
Yeah.
I'm liking this, but so you ain't give
That's
me
what
no hands up, man.
it's about. Stand on
Oh,
it.
my bad, right? I
You
didn't know
ain't
we
give me
was coming
no, you
at
ain't
it
give me
like.
no nothing. It's like,
This raw
I
and
even
uncut,
said,
man. Raw
yo,
and
I
uncut.
jump on after I get off the radio show. So I'm like,
Raw and uncut.
wow.
I don't
Um,
even want a black waitress. I don't even want a black waiter or waitress because they're gonna criticize whatever tip I give them. They're gonna criticize that shit. And I'm not saying a white person's not gonna do it, but I feel more intimidated when a black person is serving me than a white person because I know that black person is expecting above and beyond what I should be giving them than that white server. So I don't
Okay,
even want a black
let me
server
expound
serving.
on that. Let me expound on that. I used to be a sky cap. I don't know if y'all know what a sky cap is.
Over here talking that shit. Uncle Ruckus ass nigga.
Hey, y'all know what a sky cap is or
That nigga.
was? Huh?
Hey,
I don't. I don't.
you
I
can't
I
want
be
to
don't.
answer the
Okay,
question, but go ahead, go
okay.
ahead.
A sky cap was like when you used to go to the airport. You used to be able to check your bags in at the curve. You remember that?
Yeah.
You'd have to go inside. So you used to have those dudes with the hats, and they used to have the little trolleys. And they used to put your little suitcase on the trolley, and then they would give you that service. They would tag your bag, so you'd have to go inside and stand in line.
Hmm.
Well, I used to do that for a living for about 4 or 5 years when I first came to Vegas. Honestly, black people didn't tip me. Black people wouldn't tip me. White people, Asian people, Mexican people, they would
honest.
always tip me.
Black people probably didn't have the money to tip you, nigga. That's what we was talking about earlier. You was the one that said we didn't have the money earlier. They didn't have the money to tip you. And you know we don't be having the money like that. A lot of times when we went
That
All
wasn't
I'm doing, all I'm doing is just giving you the obvious of what was going on and this and that. Like I wasn't counting their pocket. I know what the fuck they was wearing.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know they was wearing shit like they had that money. You know
looking
what
like
I'm saying?
that they was looking at it up. Hey, that'd be the big thing too. A lot of times, yeah, a lot of
You
times,
know, you know what is funny about what you just said? I mean, it's safe to say right now, there's a whole lot of reasons of why we ain't doing this. That is safe to say after all these different situations. It's not even just one reason of why we not doing this or why we not getting. It's a whole shitload of them now. See, y'all got me acting out of order. I know, right? Yeah, I know, man.
the truth.
No,
And
you
not
ain't
out of
acting
order.
out of order, man. Keep
Speaking
it
the truth.
real.
You know
it
what's
ain't.
crazy? I feel like what you're saying is a lot of times we feel like we shouldn't call another nigga out on his bullshit. And that's part of the problem.
Nah,
Because
nah,
you feeling
nah,
some type of way
nah.
because you want to speak the truth about half-ass niggas. I think half-ass entrepreneur niggas is the problem. I think half-ass pushers is the problem. I don't
But
want
what about the
half-ass
ones that's not half-assed though, Pac? The ones that's not
few.
half-assed. Wait a minute. The
Those
ones that's
are far
not. But
behind.
hold up, Pac. The ones that's not half-assed. We don't even spend our money with them.
Because there's not enough of them. They're being drowned out by the cornballs. They're being drowned out by the lazy niggas. Like, if I was a white man saying it, then it'd be wrong. But I'm a black man saying it. A lot of niggas are lazy. They don't want to put in the work. They
I
don't
agree
want to
with
put
you.
in the work.
I
I
agree.
put in work when I didn't get the support. I put in the work. Even when niggas wasn't paying me. And this has nothing to do with what I'm doing now. I'm saying in my work and my job. Even when niggas wasn't paying me, I still gave them grade A service. A lot of niggas only going to give you that service according to what you spend above and beyond with them. And to me, that's wrong. If you in a business, you supposed to give me grade A service. Even if I shortchange you, you should still give me that great service. And then
No,
I'll go back and
his
be,
mic is hot.
wow,
His mic is hot.
that
That's why.
I want to go back to that. That's all I'm
Well,
saying.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Chant. It ain't gonna happen with us. Maybe that should have go down probably about 2 or 3 generations. It ain't gonna happen with us. And the reason
Right.
why I'm saying that, we gonna keep it all the way above. It's a simple. Truthfully, I personally feel as though we too far gone for that. And
Yeah.
I say we too far gone for that because we stuck in situations. Since we going there, we stuck in situations where everybody want to be number one. I can't bring you with me. Oh, I'm not. I can't. But let me rephrase that. I want to be number one. I'm not going to bring you with me. You can work under me because I got to be the head nigga in charge. The simple fact of if I'm winning, fuck, I look like letting you come up here and stop my flow. Like we don't have that mentality. Like we can just all just win. Like it ain't enough money out here. Like it only can be me. And that's
Yeah.
where it's going to be a big problem. As far as what you're saying, lazy, I 100% agree with you. I'm a business owner, and I even put it out there as far as other situations that I share to connect. I literally put, and this is real rare. I literally put out there. I say, yo, I got a partner right here working with. I can't say all the government stuff like that, so y'all gotta forgive me on that. But the fact of the matter is, all you had to do is fill out the application, put my name on it. He gonna know it's coming from me. You're gonna automatically get approved. And you're gonna start off with 85,000. He got 7 freaking applications out of a 3-month time frame. The fact of the matter, so when I'm going back and I'm like, yo, what the fuck was y'all doing? You know what the answers that I was getting from damn near everybody? Oh man, why I still had to fill out an application? Why did I have to do it? It was nonstop excuses from our people. And this is the shit that we got this entitlement shit going on. Like I said, it ain't just one answer. It's a whole shitload of stuff that's wrong with us of why we ain't getting to where we should be able to get to and be able to go beyond that. We got this. Let's not
So
go
we
with the entitlement shit.
You
I'm
know
trying
what?
to
so we have to
pinpoint that
remove.
mindset though. I'm trying to pinpoint that mindset. That's
We
that's what I'm trying to do.
it's
I'm
not one thing. I think you're looking for one answer. It's not one. It's
not
not just
one,
one.
but
It's a combination of
but
shit.
at
We
times,
got it from
like a time.
our parents. We got it from our parents from the shit that they've been through. We got it from their parents from the shit that they've been through. The communities and all the shit that they was coming up in. You got to think our parents raised us in the conditions as far as what they thought was they were going to be able to work for us. Like our parents now will look at this world that we in now and be like, what the fuck? Remember, they ain't had cell phones and pages and social media and doing all this shit. Let's keep it all the way 100. A lot of our families ain't never seen more than 100 grand.
Uh,
They know what the fuck they gonna do with that.
and no, some ain't even never had 10 grand. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Now you got respectfully. Now you got females that think they balling the fuck out every damn income tax time. The most they see maybe about 5 to 10 grand. Around income tax time, they balling the fuck out. But I remember back in the motherfucking '80s, you wasn't seeing that. So it's like it's so many different dynamics of how we fucked up. We ain't got no financial literacy, none whatsoever. Now all of a sudden we start to have a little bit. We don't know how to fucking manage it or make it work to our benefit. It's so many fucked up shit that we gotta unlearn and try to learn shit for, like, let's say an updated time frame, if that makes more sense for
And
you.
Yeah.
that's the thing that I was getting at. See, when you said financial literacy,
Man,
Yep.
you
like I think that's a big part of us
I know they
in
got
the
me.
in
I know they got me.
in the way we think. That's a big part in the way we think, because our financial literacy is non-existent. You know what I mean? And so if we had that, we would understand the value of the dollar trickling down in the community that everybody can be uplifted.
I think before that comes, we have to remove the negativity of the black man. We have to remove the negativity of the black man. In every way, we deem black as negative. In every way. And if you look across the board, and this has nothing to do with white people, this is within our own selves. We look at everything as negative. Anything black is negative. Anything black is negative.
No, well, I'm not gonna say that it doesn't have anything to do with white people because it. Wait a minute, I'm not gonna say that because it does. It has a lot to do with white people. I'm not gonna say that it doesn't because it does have a lot to do with white people.
No, that's the overall picture. But I'm saying within the bubble
that's
that
what matters.
Because you just said it. You said you're not looking at the bigger controllers. You're looking at the local controllers. We locally look at another nigga as negative instantly. We instantly do that. I don't give a fuck about this nigga.
Why do we look at why do you think that we start looking at ourselves negatively?
Because I don't trust you.
No. Why did we start looking at ourselves
because we believed in the ignorance that they said we are.
Right.
We believe that they said we are. I just told you. They convinced us that we're the problem, and now we've accepted that problem.
The reason why I asked you that because you said that it has. The reason why I asked you that because you had said it has nothing to do with white people.
Overall, it does. I said, but that's the bigger picture. But you said, what's the local picture? And I told you the local picture.
But check it out, though. They didn't convince us that we were who we were. We convinced ourselves that we are who we are.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't convince me. They didn't convince me.
No,
well, you didn't grow up. You didn't grow up in that time to be convinced, brother.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not. I'm older than everybody on this panel, homie. I'm 58. You did not grow up in that time.
I grew up looking at the white woman as the woman and a half. Because I saw brick
Where do you
shields.
think it came from, dog? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, in order for you to think like that, it had to be showed to you and taught to you. So that means that generations before. Hold up. That means that the generations before you taught you that. So that's what I'm saying. That didn't come. You didn't. That wasn't where it started at, homie.
Hey, snaps. But
yeah.
Let me say this though.
Hold on. Also developed through experiences and shit that you go through too. If the majority of your negative experiences through life come through people who look like you start to build that type of mindset of your own people. Let's keep it a buck. I've had more niggas shooting me than I've had white boys and Mexicans. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? So when you got that mindset, you automatically naturally look at your people a certain kind of way. And that's just coming from the mentality of where we come from. You feel what I'm saying? So naturally, when I ain't never been put in them type of situations when it wasn't about my people. So that's the answer to the question, Snap. You know what I'm saying about what develops the mindset. A lot of times it's from the experience. Ain't nobody got to push and reflection talking about like the white people push us to feel a certain way about ourselves. It comes from the shit that we do.
No, it does not. No, it does not. Because most of the product white people are pushing, we created. Most of the product white people, 99% of what white people got.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
We invented those products.
I don't believe that we created it. We did not.
Let's be honest though.
Mindset.
Hey, Snap. Let's take a step up though. Snap.
All right.
Let's take a step here though. In all honesty, does it really matter?
Yeah, the reason why it matters.
Hear me out. The reason why I say does it really matter is because we know we fucked up. We know we got issues, and we ain't doing a motherfucking thing to change it. Does it really fucking matter who started the situation? Let's be honest, if you got fucking shot, does it really fucking matter to that point of who the fuck? The doc don't give a fuck about who shot. You just want him to fix this fucking hole up. Stop this goddamn bleeding. The fact of the matter is we fucked up, and we still trying to figure out how to. That's wasting time.
No, it's not. Let me tell you why it matters. Okay,
When
let
the
me tell
hell
you.
did it? Why does it
What
not waste time?
I'm
I
finna,
don't
I'm
give
finna
a fuck
explain.
about
I'm
how
finna
we got
explain.
here. Now fix the
I'm,
problem.
I'm finna explain to you why it matters. Okay, I just went through a year of therapy through some little personal shit, right? And I used to wonder why, because I gang bang all my life and I did a lot of little shit and this and that.
So my
And so, but hold up, you said why doesn't it matter from where it started? Well, it matters from where it started because in order for me to tackle what I'm dealing with now, I got to understand the root of it. And so, in order for me to understand the root of it, I had to go back to where it started at.
No, nigga, get healed first. You gotta
But
get
that's
healed
how you get
first.
healed. No, no, hold up, hold up.
No,
Wait a
no,
minute.
it's not.
You wait a minute.
You get
You said get.
understanding
Wait a
first.
minute.
You
Wait a
get
minute.
healed
You said
first.
hold up. And me going through therapy in order to get healed, I had to start at the root of the problem. I had to understand the root of the problem, the beginning of the problem, not where I'm at now, but where it started at. In order for me to heal, I had to understand what exactly was I healing from. I was healing from the shit that I learned from my father. I was healing from the shit that I was learning from my uncles. I was healing from the shit that the niggas in the streets that I was following. So I had to go back to the root of it. So that's why it matters. The beginning has to
So what?
matter. And wait a minute, the
Can
beginning,
I say
That's
something
in
though? Can I say
that's
something?
in
Let me just
certain
say this.
cases.
The reason why
huh?
what you saying, I understand what you're saying, but what you saying is you're saying from a personal standpoint. We already know why we are systemically behind in this economy, in finance in the United States. We already know why. So we don't
Hmm.
have to go back. What we have to do is we have to go forward. We don't need to keep focusing on why we're here. We know why we're here. We know how we got here. We got all the Google, all the Chat GPT, all the Claude we need to tell us why we're systemically behind. So
So we have to fix the now.
we don't need
We
to
we
know why. We know why. What
So
we
if I
have
don't
to
tell
do,
my kids,
what we
so
have
if I
to
don't
do,
tell,
go
so if I
forward.
don't teach, so if I don't teach my kids, that's this generation right now, where the shit they going through now, where it started from, then how they gonna understand their plight?
But you're talking about something that can take you the longest amount of time, depending on how they. That's
But
a
you
whole.
can't rush
That's
healing though.
no, you can't. But what you
Healing,
can
but
do,
healing,
but healing
healing.
is a nonstop. It's a nonstop thing. If you want to be honest, if we gonna talk like that.
Right.
It's nonstop. It's not just okay. We're going to start here and then from here because everybody's learning situation, everybody's mental situation, all of this stuff is totally different. So this not no okay. We're going to go all the way back to the 1900s and the 1845s and all that. No, the fact of the matter is, you got anger issues. It ain't gonna take you. It ain't gonna take you 7 years to get over them fucking anger issues. You got
what
to
we
eat
what,
habit.
what,
You
what
got
we have to
financial
do?
fucking problems. That you
Yes.
still spend too much motherfucking money at the bar, at the lounge, and doing all this little other dumb shit. Why don't you can't? You don't have to go through so much to try to do some
Because
of these situations right here. You
the,
don't. Going all the way
reason why
back to, oh yeah, well, my family was gamblers, so that that's probably reason. Because then I started playing pity pat, and then it started from. Man, fuck all that. Take your
yeah,
ass
because
over there and stop
you
gambling, and such as Gamblers Anonymous, and put yourself on the jump.
yes,
This is what
we
I'm
have to
saying. Some of these situations, we dragging the fuck out. Let's call it what it. See, y'all got me really out here. We dragging the shit the
we
fuck
do.
out, man. We don't
That's a
need all
fact.
that. I don't need to know
That's
that
a
my
fact.
grandfather had bad credit and he passed it on to my grandmother. No, fuck that. Right now, my credit score is a 402. I got to figure this shit the fuck out now.
That's
Not where the
facts.
shit came
We
from. Your credit been fucked up and you
true.
know it.
That's true. We have to, as black people,
Let's not make
I
excuses on this,
respectfully
bruh.
disagree with that thought. I
Okay, that's
respectfully
we
cool.
disagree with
no,
that thought.
no,
That's
I
cool.
agree with.
All right
I
then.
agree with.
That's
Yeah, that
cool.
nigga said, I agree with it.
We have to
That's
fix
cool.
the now. We have to fix the. We have to fix the
That's
now.
fine. Go
We
ahead, well, you wanted to say
we,
something. Go ahead, champ.
we have to fix the now. We have to fix the present. We got to stop letting the past
And
dictate how we move forward.
can y'all
So
hear me or
whenever,
am I not? Could it
yeah,
sound
we
like
hear you.
somebody saying
Yeah.
something and I'm not hearing him?
We hear
Oh,
Hey,
you.
you're not hearing the
We hear
reflection.
I'm
if I
hearing
don't know how to
everybody but
read,
Pop.
and it's
Yeah.
the reason why I don't know how to read is because I didn't learn my ABCs. I got to go back to learning my ABCs first. in order for him to be able to read, right?
You're absolutely right, but but how you just made that statement
Right.
though was but how you made that statement was you got to go all the way back to the person that
Hello?
didn't.
Damn. Fuck.
I can hear y'all. Y'all can't hear me.
I can hear
Nah,
you.
Yeah,
man.
But like,
yeah, I can do it.
but like that, like what you saying when it comes to community, like at the end of the day, it's like that's taking 10 steps back. They're already 20 steps ahead. So why would we be going backwards to try and figure out why we're in this? No, we already know why we're here. We know what we need to do differently. That's what we already know what we need to do differently. We
So
already know how we
do our kids know that they was kings and queens? Do our kids know
No, they,
that they was
no,
raised
You can
we
teach
were
them that
kings and
later.
queens? You
you can
understand
teach
me?
them,
Or
yeah.
do they just know poverty and this and that? Do they just know
Okay. So
what
for
the fuck?
example,
they
You can
know
teach them that
so
later.
for example, I learned
they
the
know
stock market. I learned about the stock market in my 30s. I learned about the stock market in my 30s. My father still don't believe in the stock market. Do I not believe in the stock market because my father don't believe in the stock market? No.
No,
I
that's
have to
no.
Right. So I can't, because my pops don't believe in the stock market and this, that, and the third. That's like me saying, well, I got to go back to the reason why, before I do the stock market, I got to go back to the reason why my father don't believe in the stock market for me to
No,
start.
but what about you teaching your
No,
but what
what
about
I
that?
have to do, what I have to do is learn about the stock market myself, and then my nieces and my nephews, when they say, "Unc, where you getting this money from? What do you do?" I invested in the stock market. Now I teach them about the stock market. I don't need to teach them that, oh, your grandfather didn't believe in the stock market. They
No,
don't need.
because see you right there are automatically from the gate are automatically teaching your kids these things. Your
which is
father
right.
that wait a minute, but your father that don't know about it, his father and his grandfather didn't teach him. But
So they
but but
were
my thing is
wrong.
that but
So
my
they
thing
were
is that if he understood that, yeah, we dealt with the stock market within our own self back in the day to be able to establish Black Wall Street and this and
Okay,
that.
but why would I go back to the why?
This is
There's
for your
nothing.
father, though. We were speaking
But,
about your father.
but
This is not for
here's
your
what I'm saying.
kids
Why would I go back to figuring out why my father don't believe in it? Why would I take that waste
because you're
that
trying to
time?
teach him. Because you're trying to
I
teach
don't
him.
need to. I don't need to
You
so
don't
understand
need to
why
teach them
I
that.
don't need to teach my kids. I don't need to teach my kids why my
I'm
father
not
don't.
talking about your
okay.
kids.
But that's what you're saying.
No,
That's
I'm
what you're
not.
saying.
No, no,
Yes,
no,
you're
no.
saying
You said that your father don't believe it, right?
my father
But
doesn't know the
wait
stock
a minute. But then you said that you are automatically teaching your kids that. So your kids gonna get it from the gate. They're gonna understand it and they're gonna get it from the gate. Your father never did get it because he was never taught
But
that.
that's what you're saying. You're
What?
saying that we have to go back and heal. We got to figure out why we don't. Why we? What you're saying is why we got to go back and heal and figure out what's the root of the problem. What's the root
Why?
of the problem of why we're not doing something or why we're not doing it. So,
I
so
think that's the only way
basically,
we're gonna be able to move
okay.
forward.
So, but this what I'm saying is, why do I have to go back to the root of the problem of why my father doesn't believe in the stock market? That
Because you're
doesn't make
teaching your
no
father.
sense.
You're going to the root of the problem for your father, not for
No,
your
I'm not. I
kids.
don't need to go to the root of the problem for my
But you
father.
said that
What I
you
need to
said that you
do
want to
is
teach
move
him though.
forward.
But you said that you want to teach him. You wanted to
No, I
teach
don't want to
him.
teach my father. No, I'm letting my
Well,
father.
then that's not. Then it's that part of the conversation because see, that's what I'm getting at. I'm not talking about your kids. I was just talking about your
Okay.
father
All right.
because
Well,
you were saying why
let
you
me
got to
throw
go
this way
back
then.
Yeah,
for your
but what
father
you're
to learn
saying
Let me
because your
go
is,
this
father
way
don't
then.
believe it.
Snaps. So let me go this way then.
I'm
Now, I'm
not
just
talking
going to
about your
ask you.
go ahead,
kids because
Mel.
your
All right. Let
kids,
me just ask you this,
your
Snap.
kids are learning
Okay.
from their father
Cool. Snap. I'm gonna throw two things at you. Let me just ask
off
you
the
this.
top. You're
Snaps.
your kid's first
Oh,
teacher.
got you.
You understand what
Got
I'm
you.
saying?
Let me ask you this,
So
Snaps.
so you're
Snaps.
not
Snaps.
bringing on that past bullshit and passing on that past bullshit that your father didn't learn to your
You
kids.
wasting your time. You
Snap.
But that's
wasting your
what you
time.
just said.
Snaps.
You wasting your
Can
I
you
time.
did
hear
not
me?
say
Hey, let
that.
me
I know
let
y'all
me
can
I
hear me.
did
Can he hear
listen.
me?
Mel,
go ahead,
I
Mel.
was
Go
Mel,
ahead,
speaking
go
on
Mel.
your
ahead,
Go ahead,
Mel.
father,
Mel.
not your kids.
Snaps. Let me ask you
Mel.
something. I'm gonna give you two things. And I'm gonna keep it simple.
I was speaking on your
It,
father, not your
I don't
kids.
think
Yeah,
he can hear
but
me.
what you saying is going back to the root of the problem.
So
That's
that
what
your
you just
father
said.
can
Hold on.
see. So
So
because
Hold on.
my
Let
because
Mel
this
father
is
would
land
be
real
the
quick.
my
Hold on. Hold on.
father
Hold
would
on.
be the root of the problem.
Hold on.
okay, but what I'm saying is that you stop that. You stop that because you learn.
That's
I'm
what me
talking
and Mel
about,
was saying. That's
but
what me
I'm
and Mel
talking
is saying.
about
We
in
don't need to go
order for
backwards.
but I'm talking about in order for your father to learn.
But that's
In
not what
order
we're
for your
talking about.
because see, your father is the one has to
Your
be
phone.
No.
healed. I said
Fuck
your
your phone.
father is the one.
Fuck the
See,
father. Fuck the
huh?
father.
Bruh. Bruh.
The
Oh
father.
man, god
Bruh.
damn, man,
Yeah,
fuck,
I'm gonna
man.
ask all y'all this.
Hold
I'm just
on,
ask
Freddie.
y'all
Hold
this to
on.
see if maybe
Yeah, yeah.
maybe
Go ahead.
my
Hey,
Mel,
calculations
listen.
go
is
ahead,
wrong.
Mel.
Hold on. Go
If you
ahead.
get
Go
sick
on, man.
right now, if you
Go
get
on, man.
sick,
Hold on. Hold on.
let's say pneumonia, I don't give a fuck what it is, you get sick. Are you going to the motherfucking doctor to try to get medicine to get cured now, or are you going to try to go figure out where you got sick from?
Right.
COVID just happened, right? Are you going to try to figure out how to get rid of this COVID, or are you going to go back over there and try to go find out where COVID started?
Right. I don't think Snaps can hear him.
That's what I'm
I
saying. Maybe
can't.
he
I
can't
can't
hear
hear
me.
him.
He can't hear
Okay,
Mel.
maybe that's what
Nah,
it
he
is
hear
then.
you.
Because I'm just
Nigga just
saying, I don't
stepped
give a
on his
damn. I can
fountain.
switch it so many different ways.
So
Fuck.
If you were
basically,
smashing this chick
Snaps,
and this
what
chick
he
gave you some
said,
hot shit, are you going to go get the medicine first, or you going to go over here and try to figure out what's going on with this chick, or she's her giving you some hot shit?
right. So basically, Snaps, what Mel says, since you can't hear
Some
him,
shit we ain't got to go too far. We'll deal with that shit later. But I don't
he
think Snaps can
said,
hear me.
he said, Mel said, if you get sick, are you going to the hospital to get right, or you gonna go back, or you going back to try and figure out how you got sick? You going to the hospital to get you going to the hospital. You're not going back to try and figure out where the shit came from. You going straight to
Right.
Fuck
the
no.
hospital to get rid of it.
Right.
Fuck no.
That's the
But I'm
same
going.
thing.
But no. But I'm going to somebody that I know for a fact that that that
Fail.
that's that's
Fail.
qualified. That's qualified, and not even for a fact. But I'm going to a person that I feel that's qualified to heal me or
That's
Heal
not
That
what
ain't
you.
we're
what
talking
we
about.
talking about.
That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're
So,
talking about. We're talking
what's
about the
your
point of the matter is, if you get sick, are you going straight to the hospital to get better, or are you going to stay sick and be trying to figure out where the sickness started from? No, you're not.
No, I'm not going to do that. But the doctor is. The
Oh
doctor
my!
is
No,
going
we
to
ain't
go
talking
You're
about the
see
doctor. We ain't talking
not.
about the
Spence.
doctor. We ain't talking
The
about
You're
the doctor.
not.
doctor is
You're
No,
not
going to
no,
go
talking
see
no.
about
We
the
ain't
about.
talking.
doctor.
The doctor
Yo,
going to
We're
yo,
say
not
what you
this
talking
ate.
part
about the
almost sound like I'm
doctor.
talking to a woman,
But
man.
the
This shit's
doctor
getting
gonna say
crazy.
what you ate.
This,
The
Snaps.
doctor gonna
We're
say,
not talking
do your
about the
we ain't
doctor.
talking
do
about
your
the
parents
doctor.
have this sickness?
Snaps.
Did,
Snaps.
huh?
We're not talking about the doctor. We're talking about you as an individual. If you get sick, you going straight to the
Right.
hospital, right?
I'm going straight to the hospital.
Okay. You yourself are not going back to try to figure out how you got sick,
No,
right?
but
No,
what
no,
I
no.
did say, but
That's
what I
just
did say
yes,
is that
yes or no. Is that a yes or no?
I'm not going to go back. I said
Okay,
because
that's the point. That's the point we're
but hold
making.
up though.
Why
But
would
hold
we?
up though. But hold up though. In order for the doctor to heal me,
We're
he
not
has to
talking
go.
about the doctor. We're
But
not
that's who's
talking about
healing me
the.
though.
No,
But
we're
hold
not
up. But
talking.
that's who's
It has
healing me
nothing to
though.
do with the doctor. This is about
It does
you.
because
No,
that's
it
who's
doesn't.
healing me.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. We're not talking about you thinking too much into it. It's a simple question. If you get sick, you yourself ask the doctor
I'm
out.
going to go to the doctor.
Right. You're not going back to figure out how you got sick.
That nigga Kimbo
Because
Slice,
I
man.
know
Period.
the
You silly
doctor is
nigga.
going to do all
No,
of
we're
that.
not talking about the doctor. You yourself, are you going back to figure out where the sick? So if 10 people, if you caught a
The
cold,
reason why I
you
am
going
not
back to
going
the root
back,
of the cold?
I said the reason why I'm not going back is because I know the doctor is going to do that.
No, that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. You're not understanding what we're saying. We're saying is if you get sick, You're not going back you're not going back to each person that you was around and say, did you get me sick? 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 You're not doing that. You're going
Because I
straight
don't
to
know
the
how to
top.
heal myself. Because I
No,
don't know
we're
how to
not
heal
talking
myself.
about healing yourself. We're
That's
talking
why I'm going
about
to the doctor.
no, we're not talking about we're not talking about that. We're talking about that you're not going to look for the root of where you got sick. All you know is you got sick and you going to the doctor. You're not
And
going back in history to see where
And I
the first person that got the cold that passed the cold on to you.
and this is my point. I said that because right now you have these other individuals that do holistic things for themselves. They don't go to the fucking doctor
But we're
because
not
now
talking about that.
That's not what my question
That's not
was,
what
though.
we're
We ain't
talking
gonna talk
about.
about no
Yo,
doctors.
this is not what we
Not what we're
talking.
talking about.
So my question was simple, and I gave it 3 different ways.
We don't get it.
No, I don't understand what y'all
No,
talking
it's
about.
all right. We ain't gotta understand everything.
I,
Hey,
My bad. I
damn,
mean,
this
I
shit.
don't. I don't.
Respectfully, it's almost like I'm
I'm
arguing with
not
a
trying to be
woman, man. I don't
complicated.
understand this one.
You know what I'm saying? Or disruptive, but I don't understand. I don't
nah, don't worry
understand
about it.
what y'all
Don't
getting
worry
at.
about it.
I,
What's up,
I don't
Pac? What
see
you got to
how.
say?
Like,
What you saying over
okay,
there?
all right.
Pac, what you talking about?
I don't understand how.
I
Well,
can't hear
gentlemen,
you, big dog, man. Hey, but look, homie, I know it's late, man. It's good chopping it
yeah, I
up
got
to
to
you, man.
tap out. I got to be at
I
the
ain't got no
radio
motherfucking
station here.
Yeah,
laptop.
I was about to
I'm on
say.
my goddamn phone. You
Hey,
understand me? It ain't
we
no
an hour
Obama
and
phone,
47 minutes
but I'm on
in,
my
man.
phone.
Let's go ahead.
I
We'll
can't
end
hear
here on
you.
that
I
note,
can
man. I
hear
appreciate
Rail
all y'all
and
coming
whatnot, but
on.
I can't hear
Man, I
you.
appreciate you, boy, for coming through, man, and
Yeah, I
dropping some
can't hear
jewels
nobody. I
here.
can.
But look, man, peace and love, man. We got to get it together, man, as black folks to be able to like turn the tables and understand that we got to support each other from the ground up in order for us to get to the next level and whatnot. And then we got to stop looking at each other from a bad perspective all the time and teach. You know what I'm saying? We got to teach, homie.
Yeah, and
We got to teach.
Yeah,
well,
that's what's
what
up.
I want to
Hey,
say on the way
reflection.
out, I
Hey, you
think
keep
what
doing your
we got
thing, boy. We
to
gonna come out there and see you, come support you, but you gotta let us know when you out there. You know what I'm saying?
I can't hear y'all, so I'm just going to
you know,
say something. It was good. It was good talking to y'all, and y'all gentlemen have a good night, man. I'm gonna try to
Hey, I'm
tap
out of
in
here,
with you.
man.
I
so.
Peace
appreciate
and
the
love,
What I
invite,
man.
want to
Freddie,
say
man.
on the
All
way
right,
out,
all
I
right,
just want
real.
to say I think we got to focus on stop worrying about just selling to our own
That shit
people,
was
and we
crazy.
got to worry about.
Yeah,
We got to
y'all
really.
tripping.
We need to really worry about making infrastructure. We need to worry about making infrastructure. That's one of the things that I feel like black people, the black community doesn't have. We don't have infrastructure. And once we make infrastructure, that's how we can really move the needle out here. Once we get financial literacy and we establish infrastructure, we start making things. And like you said, reflection, when we make these things, don't let it take us, because we invented the stoplight, we invented navigation, we invented computer, we invented. So he's right. We made these things, and they jumped on it and they snatched it.
and put this on it. And put their stamp for approve on it.
Stamp on it. So once we start making infrastructure and keep it, and start building foundations like that,
That
that's
part,
that's
we,
when we
we,
would.
we have to keep it, because if we don't start keeping it, if we don't start keeping what we've created, we're gonna continue to have these conversations with the next generation and the next generation. We
Right.
gotta be selfish. We have to be selfish and start keeping our shit. It's
Right.
all black. Fuck everything else. It's all black. Nothing else. All black.
Right.
It's all black. Nothing else.
Right.
Well, shit, man. On that note, brother, holla at
Yo,
y'all sometime this
holla
week,
at
man.
y'all. Salute.
Let me know what y'all schedule is. We'll get on something else.
Yeah, you already.
Peace.
All right, y'all appreciate y'all time tonight. And
Yeah.
Benz. Bless you,
all
brother.
right now.
Bless you. Yep.
On it.